They're trying to make you kill someone and take the lives of others because of all you've been through. Don't let the sickness kick in. You know, what I've realized throughout my days here on this planet is that there are those who are able to be peaceful and go off and not bother anyone. And then there are those who will find a way, will find a reason, will pretty much make you have an issue with them. And it's all done on purpose. All right. Their whole goal is to get you to do something to them or to harm them or to get in trouble as a result of what they did to you. So they want to use how you feel against you. They want to make you have a reaction towards what they do, one that will get you put behind bars, all right? One that will alter your life in a way that it will never be the same, and one that will cause you to make some changes to your life that are for the worse instead of the best. So you have to be careful because they want to make you end somebody's life. And a lot of people may look at this title and not understand where I'm coming from with this. But there are specific groups out there that target certain individuals that specifically aim in making you want to crash out. All right. They want you to crash out. They want you to basically throw your life away over something that they're doing. So that way they could sit back and laugh and, relish over the fact that this person is not out on the street anymore. We don't have to see this person succeed or breathe air. We don't have to see this person enjoy themselves. And that's something that they don't want to happen. That's something that they rather not see. And it really wouldn't make sense to you because you don't get bothered by somebody else living their life. But there are people out there that have an issue with the fact that you're still alive. There are people who have an issue with the fact that you're not locked up or in prison. You didn't throw your life away over something that they did to you. So they choose to keep playing a game with you to see if they can make that a possibility, if they can make that real. They want to turn the idea of you being behind bars into a reality. And you have to wise up and be strong enough to not give it to them because that's the outcome that they're looking for. People come off as nice. People will smile in your face. People will act like they're happy to see you. People will act like they're treating you polite. But you can tell by certain things that they do that this person really has an issue with you. You can see that firsthand. So instead of you be fake with yourself or lie to yourself about how others feel towards you or feel about you, it's best to see that these people are sick and they're trying to make you sick also. All right. There are people out there that are pushing you to the limit. Push it to the limit. All right. They're pushing you to the limit to see just how far you can go. So you have to realize that when people will play with how you feel about them or how you feel towards them, that person is sick. That person has a sickness. Whether this is someone you're talking to, whether this is someone you're related to, whether this is someone at your job, someone you live near, someone you're doing business with, all right, someone you're, soliciting services from, all right, someone that, you might be paying them to help you. If someone is acting like this, then they really have something against you. They have something towards you. They're not trying to let you know. And they hope that you don't catch on to it, because what they really are trying to see is if they can get you. All right. They're possibly sent by someone. All right. They were possibly either sent by a group, an agency, or they're possibly even sent by the devil. But this person has it out for you. And their main goal is to stop you. It's a shame when you have people who are this, and it's even worse when you see people who turn into this. You'll have people who you will least suspect of this behavior, all right, because they show you another side of them, and you'll think that this person is a okay person, or this person is someone that wouldn't, behave this way or treat you this way. And then out of nowhere, they show you a different side of themselves. And that's that side that disappoints you. That's that side that lets you down. That's that side that lets you know that this person is dealing with some negative energy. And it's the type of energy that you can't be around, because it's going to force you into your own bad ideas. It's going to force you into your own negative mindset. One thing a positive person is trying to avoid, it's nothing that you can escape, because if you're alive here on this planet, you're going to experience positive and negative. But negative is just something that you don't want. Like there are things that you want and things that you don't want, but you may experience. Negativity is just one of those things that you don't want to experience. So if you can help it, you're going to avoid it. You're not going to want to, you know, deal with anyone or anything that's going to bring that out of you. So once you realize that, it's like, okay, this person makes me act like this. This person makes me feel like this. But you also have to realize that people have no control over the way you act, and you have control over the way you act. So if you see someone that is testing you and forcing you to have to control the way you act, then that's a sign that, you know what, whenever I get around this person, I have to fight off negative feelings. It's better for me to just remove myself and not be around them. But we have ties to people. We're related to people. We associate ourselves with people. We've grown connections with people. We've grown comfortable with people. We've met people. So it's easier said than done. But still, you have to be the type of person that, even if it isn't easy, it may be uncomfortable momentarily. But if something is off, if something's not right, all right, if a person, their energy is forcing you to become uh, the worst version of yourself instead of the best version of yourself, and you're slowly starting to see yourself deteriorate, it's time for you to find some other people to associate with. It's time for you to find some other people to deal with. Someone could think that they're being good to you, but if you know that it's having the opposite effect, then it's up to you to make that final decision. All right, you can't allow the sickness to kick in. There are those who are unaware, and there are those who are aware. So there are people who, may be doing things that they're unaware of it getting to you. And then you have people who are aware of the things that they're doing and how they're getting to you. And neither one is good. Neither one is good. All right. So you don't want to cause any problems. You don't want to be anywhere where you don't want to be because of some decisions that you shouldn't have made or didn't have to make. Just like that judge. There was this judge, well, no, a bailiff, excuse me. There was a bailiff where this comedian was telling him, "You don't look happy." And he was like, "No, I'm happy." And he lied to himself. And he ended up taking out someone that was making him unhappy. He ended up murdering this person. And he ended up having to do a short, sentence. But he ended up murdering the person who was causing him to be unhappy, or who was making him unhappy. All right. So you have to be honest with yourself. whether a situation is making you unhappy or not. When a situation is spiritually taxing you, when a situation is causing you negativity, all right, it's going to end up bringing out a side of you that you don't want. But for the people that I'm speaking to in this particular video, you know that what I'm talking about is people who are trying to bring the worst out of you. So that was just an example. That man could have been a whole demon, but still, when people are bringing the worst out of you, I don't know the whole full situation, so I'm just giving all sides of the spectrum. He could have been a good person, he might not have been, I don't know. But when you're in a situation where people are bringing the worst out of you, it's one that you're going to have to get out of before you end up damaging someone else, your reputation, your future, your life, an opportunity, before you ruin something for yourself. Then this is why people say you got to check yourself before you wreck yourself. You know how you feel when you get around people and when people are in your presence and when you're in the presence of others. You have to take that into account, and you have to judge whether you should keep dealing with certain people that make you feel a certain type of way. If somebody's making you feel some type of way, you have to let that situation go. It's not going to be helpful for you to hold on to it. All right. If it's hurting you in any kind of way, that means it's not good. You can't outweigh the pros versus the cons when you're dealing with someone or a situation that is negative. Sooner or later, it's all going to turn negative. Well, I got this one negative situation. Well, there are some more positives that outweigh the bad. There's more good that outweighs the bad. If that bad is going to end up turning you more bad, and it's not possible for you to, take the good and do anything with it, that means that situation is a toxic one. That means that situation is a broken one. That means that situation is not one that's going to be able to help you. All right? They're trying to make you do the worst or be the worst person that you could possibly be. If you're staying somewhere and it's convenient for you, but you're facing a lot of spiritual warfare where the people are stressing you out to the point to where you might want to harm someone, it's best that you either stay inside majority of the time, only go out when it's convenient, and or only go out when you need to, and also possibly record, but also work towards finding another place, work towards finding another opportunity, work towards finding another alternative. Some people may not like the place where they live at. You might have to put in some more hours at your job so you can move and relocate. Some people don't like the job that they have. Instead of enjoying your 15-minute break and eating snacks or being on your phone watching shorts or videos, you may have to fill out applications so that way you can find another job. Or when you wake up in the morning, you may have to wake up earlier and go out. You may have to wake up earlier and, fill out some applications on your phone. There's ways around situations that will try to cause you to be the worst person that you could ever be. You have to be proactive. You have to be proactive and make sure that whatever you get yourself into, you have a way to get yourself out of, even if that's getting help from other people. You have to make sure that you have a way to not be in a toxic situation that's going to cause you to crash out. All right. Some people, when they see, a situation is not for you. Some people, when they see you're about to, some people, when they see you no longer want to be around them, or when you no longer, like being around them. All right. And it's probably because this person has switched up some type of way, or you see a side of this person that, you no longer want to be around. Sometimes when you see the negativity in other people, sometimes they make it hard for you to be around them because they know that you're not going to be around them for long. All right. So when people start to turn into another type of person, all on top of switching up on you already, it makes it real hard. People know, you may have to work here and you're already dealing with a lot of stress at home, or people know your situation and it's stressful, and they know you're trying to leave or something, and they don't like you. They know you're trying to get away from them. All right, they know you have an issue with them. They're taking it personal. That they're making it hard for you to even be around. All right, those are the situations where you have to be extremely careful, because they're really trying to antagonize you. They're really trying to get you. They're really trying to get you to throw your life away. All right. And whether they know it or not, the devil could be using them. The devil could be using certain people to try and throw you off your path, so that way you don't complete, the objective and the mission that God has for you. Some of us our paths and what we were chosen to do is so strong that the people that we get around, if it's possible, the devil's going to try to access them and try to get to them, try to get through us, try to get to us through them. All right, so the devil is using a lot of people around us right now, and he's trying to get to us through them. That's why chosen ones can't have friends. Chosen ones cannot have too many friends or too many associates, because sooner or later, the devil's going to try to use the ones that are around us to get to us. All right, he's going to try to he's going to try to get to us through them somehow. He's going to look for a fault. He's going to look for uh, entry point, whether it's some type of jealousy, or whether it's something he whispers in their ear, or creates a way for them to feel, this person is better than you in this area. This person has this going on for them and you don't have this going on for you. The devil's always trying to work through other people to get to us. All right, so that's actually what is trying to cause you to kill, or trying to cause you to get out of character. Is the same thing in that movie, The Fallen, with Denzel. All right, and when he would attack the people who were coming after him, who had that spirit on them, then afterwards the spirit would leave and go off into another person. All right, basically trying to set up and frame Denzel, so that way his career would be ruined, and they were coming after him and nobody believed him. His life was pretty much over at that point, because he had like the chief of police, that he had two bodies on him. They framed him. No, the spirit framed him, Azazel, and made it seem like he killed the man that he shot. Made it look like he killed his cousin, or his brother, or whoever that was. So these spirits will try to set you up. All right, they don't want you to be happy. All right, they know that things aren't going well for you right now, but they know that the type of spirit that you have, you're going to pull through and things will eventually get better for you. But as we all know, they don't want us to get to that part where things get better. Some of us have experienced this on the job, where we just got a job and people can clearly see that we don't have much, but the harder we work is like the harder they hate. Some people will already have more than you and not want to see you reach a point to where you have as much as they do. Some people are more comfortable with you where you're at. Some people are more comfortable seeing you with nothing. And these are the same people testing you, trying to keep you on the ground level, so that way you don't rise past them and either get what they have or have more than them, because then they're really not going to feel self-sufficient. The moment you feel like you're on the same level as them, they're going to feel beneath you. So even though they have more than you, or even though you just got there, they're still not satisfied. So that's why they're trying to cause you to feel some type of way. It's out of jealousy, and they're really upset at where your life is going and what you're going to do with it. You have a creative mind, and it causes you to think outside the box. You may have had an idea that showed them that you were intelligent or you were smart, or you may have showed them too much and now they're envious of you. So now what they're going to do is they're going to test you every day, every chance that they get, every time they can, because they want to try to see if they could break you down and weaken that spirit that you have, that allows you to keep going, keep pushing, and keep moving forward. And you can see this throughout people throughout your everyday life. You can see this throughout, random people. You see this mentality throughout some of your family members. You see this mentality throughout some of the hive-minded people who all have that, narcissistic gang stalker mindset. All right. They're trying to make you throw your life away by causing them some type of physical harm. All right. They want you to come after them and attack them so they could shoot you or so they could harm you some kind of way. I don't mean to be graphic, but this is real. All right. There are people who will even try to start fights with you and they have a whole weapon on them, or they have someone near them or on standby with a whole weapon. So it's like you think they're starting trouble with you, and you think you're defending yourself, but somebody is in the cut waiting to bust a shot off because you're no punk. All right, so it's like they're trying to get you out of the good life that you have planned for yourself. They don't want you to be able to follow through with your plans, and they don't want to see your life unfold the way God intends it to. All right, they don't want to see your life unfold the way God intends it to. They know He has something good for you in store for you that you're working towards. That's why you don't talk to anybody. That's why you stay to yourself. That's why you're on the hush, hush, and hush. That's why you're just on your grind, and that's the only thing you're focused on right now because deep down inside God has something for you. That's why all these different spirits and all these different kinds of people are coming at you left and right trying to throw you off because you know that you have a higher calling and you're not supposed to be veering away from that. You're not supposed to be doing anything else. You're not supposed to be distracted. You're only supposed to be focused on what it is you're supposed to be doing. So it's a lot, but once you realize what the distractions are and how people are trying to take you off of what you're supposed to be doing, then you'll know what to cancel out in your life. Like, okay, I shouldn't be doing that. I shouldn't go there. I shouldn't be hanging out with this person. I shouldn't have anything to do with a person like that. People may seem cool. People may seem harmless. People may seem fun, cool, you know, uh, uh, everything you could ever want in a person, a total angel. But you still have to realize, what's best for me for this particular moment. If I hang around this person, are they going to start hating soon? Are they going to turn into someone that they're not? Are they going to try to turn me into someone that I'm not? Is this person going to bring the worst out of me? All right, you don't want to be around people who are going to bring out the worst in you. All right, you don't want to be around people who are going to make you change as a person. You want to be a good person. You don't want to be around someone that makes you feel like, you want to fight every 5 seconds, or you don't want to associate with people who, are always throwing shade at you, always basically doing things that upset you that you can't quite understand. And it's like they'll take jabs at who you are as a person. They'll try to be like, oh well, I'm not as good as you, or I'm not a good person like you are, or just like little dumb things that they say to try to get you to feel different than how you currently feel right now. People who try to alter your states of mind or alter how you feel with negative comments, those are the people who are going to end up trying to make you put hands and feet on somebody, because eventually after a couple days of that, or a couple weeks of that, or a couple months of that, it's like, okay, I get the point. And it's like you get tired of people disrespecting you because it's like you want to say something, but you're not sure if you should because you don't know if this person actually meant something by that. So it's like you don't want to seem crazy. If I keep calling them out on this, then I'm going to look like the aggressor. If I keep saying something to this person about it, I'm going to look like I'm the one causing the problem, or it's going to look like there's something wrong with me. But people do that, believe it or not. People do that to make us doubt ourselves and to try to make us, just accept every negative thing about them. And once we realize, how we've been affected by this person before, hopefully before it's too late, we're like, okay, I got to get away from this situation because this situation is going to turn me into someone that I don't want to be. And people are okay. People are toxic themselves, and they're not necessarily going to be happy unless they can bring that toxicity out of you and get you to operate on that same frequency to where everybody's unhappy, everybody's miserable, everybody's mad, everybody's uptight, everybody feels some type of way towards each other. And that is some people's normal, and that's why you don't get along with a lot of people, and that's why a lot of people exclude you and make you feel like you don't fit in. All right, because being around them, it will turn you into something else because you are not like them. All right, you're not like who they are. They got a different spirit, they got different energy, and you'll never fit in with people like that. You'll try hard and you just won't. All right, because you're something totally different than them, and they're trying to turn you into whatever they are, and it's not good. All right, so I'd like to thank you for watching this video. Don't let the sickness kick in. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.